All right, man. We in here. Late night show. I usually don't go on this late, but had to speak on this. Had to speak on this for a couple reasons. Y'all know I be on my Pod War shit. You know what I'm saying? And this could be a epic one, man. Troy Ave released from Rikers Island. All right. Let's take a look at that real quick. And I'm not gonna be on here for long. I'm not gonna go into how Troy Ave got there. I ain't gonna go too deep into it. But he was released here. We see him, the Lambo.
I want to go straight to the airport.
Now listen, man. I want to say this.
What else I need?
I feel like Troy Ave is a smart dude. You know what I'm saying? I've spoken on this show before about the things that he done that I don't agree with. Before I get into how I feel he has a chance for after this, after these sequence of events, he has a chance for his podcasting career to be bigger than his rap career. And I'm gonna explain that. But before I do that, let me say this. I feel like Troy Ave is smart. He's not an amazing rapper, but he has the majority of his music is a little bit above average. I'll say that. He makes good music. The issue that I had with Troy Ave, that I've always had with Troy Ave, was the whole streets is a myth thing. All right. If, I'm not a gangster, I'm not in the streets, I'm not a street person, right? If you want to testify against somebody in court, I'm not going to judge you. My personal opinion, I see rappers as entertainers. Rappers are entertainers to me. They entertain me. And as long as what they're saying sounds good, I'm going to rock with it. I don't believe it. I don't take nothing a rapper say personal. So I want to say that. I also want to say the issue that I have with Troy Ave was the streets is a myth and the things that he did after he testified in court. If he wants to testify in court, that's his choice. I'll never do crimes with the rapper. So I'm not gonna talk down on him for cooperating with the police because that's what he did. He pointed Tax Stone out in court. He cooperated with the police. It's that simple. I'm not judging him for that. I just feel like some of the things that he did before and after that event was kind of, I'm not even going to use the word weird. I don't like that word. It was awkward. I'm going to say that. For you to be a street rapper, and then when you get caught in a case, attempted murder, somebody passed away, R.I.P. Banger. Let me say that too, because somebody did lose their life in that incident. And then you say the streets are a myth, but you've been rapping about the streets your whole career. You've been rapping about the streets your whole career. So to say the streets is a myth when you're in trouble, that's awkward to me. And he did that before he testified. Once he started saying the streets is a myth, I knew he was gonna tell. I honestly, y'all, I would rather him have said, you know what, I don't want to go to jail, so I'm gonna cooperate with the police, or not say anything at all, trying to make it seem like you're telling because you're trying to defend your honor and defend. And I heard him one time say, I had to tell because people think that I shot my homeboy. Bro, nobody thinks you shot Banger, dog. We know that was your friend. Let's say you did by accident, bro. We know you didn't mean to. Nobody's saying that. I've never heard anybody say Troy Ave killed Banger. Somebody did. It was probably Tax Stone. But nobody was like, damn, Troy Ave shot his home. But I don't think anybody thought that. So he just used that as a reason to cooperate with the police. Which, again, that's his choice. That's his choice. That was before. That was the issue I had before. After the fact, antagonizing Tax Stone, which we're going to get into. Antagonizing Casanova, which we're going to get into. Calling them rats. I seen some Casanova paperwork. I don't know if it's, look, I'm not an expert in none of this, y'all. I don't know if that Casanova paperwork where he told on the guy Classic, who I think he's like a legend in the streets of New York or whatever. I hear his name a lot. I did see the paperwork. I don't know if it was real. I'm not a street guy. It doesn't, I'm talking about this so deeply because it's a setup to where I'm going with this about Troy Ave's podcast. All right, so I don't know if Casanova told on Classic. If y'all want to Google the paperwork, did I save it? I don't think I did. I didn't save it because I didn't know if it was real, so I didn't save it. But it's on Twitter. It's on Twitter. Just type in Casanova paperwork, type in Classic with a K, and it'll pop up. I didn't want to put it on my platform because I didn't know if it was real or not. But either way, calling Tax Stone and Casanova rats, but you testified in court. So again, I thought that was kind of weird. But the point that I'm making is this. Even though I don't agree with everything Troy Ave did, I feel like Troy Ave's podcast, he had a podcast called The De Facto Show. It was under DJ Academic's his whole setup. The things that we're about to see, judging how Troy Ave went in. Troy Ave dropped a lot of disses. He dropped a lot of disses. He dissed Casanova constantly. He dissed Tax Stone constantly. Tax Stone got sentenced to, I think, 35 years. This is why he photoshopped it with him wearing a 35 jersey. This was a post that he made in 2023. He said, need y'all help real quick. So I'm sending the $35 cash app to whoever leaves the best album title in the comments below. Album drop Friday, so hurry up. Oh yeah, we got fire new merch on the website too. Swipe left, order yours now. The sale is only lasts for 35 hours. So he was playing on the number 35 because Tax Stone was sentenced to 35 years in prison for the shooting in Irving Plaza where Banger died. All right, now, excuse me, and Casanova was sentenced to like 15 years, like 88 months or something. 15 years and 8 months, I believe, for a separate gang indictment. What I believe, and I made content about this before. I think Tax Stone should start a podcast from prison Maybe that's just me being selfish and wanting content from him. But he's on Spaces all the time, y'all. He's on and he be on Spaces for long periods of time. He don't be on there for like 15 or 20 minutes. He be on Spaces on X, Twitter, formerly Twitter. He be on that a lot for hours at a time. Obviously, he has a phone. Obviously, you know, he has access to things that not regular prisoners have. I feel like he should start his own podcast. Because when Troy Ave starts his back up, the de facto show, I don't know if he's going to. I don't know. And we got to wait. You know what I'm saying? He just got out. He did about 8 months, a little bit less than a year. So he got to get readjusted. I'm not saying that that's a super long time, but you know, somebody like Troy Ave, he got businesses. He has things that he left. You feel what I'm saying? He has things that he left. Obviously, his children, family, friends. So let him get back into his groove, and we're gonna see if he starts the podcast back up. Now, I personally think he should. I want to hear what was going on Rikers Island. I want to hear what was going on Rikers Island just from his perspective. I feel like that would be good content. I feel like I'm not gonna go as far as to say the streets was anticipating him coming back, but this is one of the most famous cases in the history of hip hop, and it's unique because so many podcasters are involved. He's beefing with Joe Budden, top podcaster. He's beefing with Charlemagne the God, top podcaster. He signed to DJ Academics, or his show was signed to DJ Academics. I'm pretty sure he's gonna re-up on that. A top content creator. Tax Stone, the person who allegedly murdered his friend, was a top podcaster before he went in. Casanova, a rapper, but he has legendary interviews. Casanova is somebody else too, has a real jubilant personality, kind of made for TV and content type of person. So I think this could turn epic real quick. Real quick. I want to hear the de facto show. I would like to hear the de facto show. And I'm seeing, it's like Casanova and Tax against Troy Ave and DJ Academics. Recently, Tax Stone took shots at DJ Academics on Spaces. On Spaces. Joe Budden who's on Spaces a lot as well, he hasn't spoke on Troy Ave since he got locked up. But I can tell y'all this, I'm a Joe Budden fan. I'm a fan of the podcast. Joe Budden, there are some people that Joe Budden cannot ignore, y'all. Some he can, but there are some people who Joe Budden cannot ignore. Troy Ave is one of those people. Tax Stone is one of those people. Because Tax Stone is beefing with both of them. Tax Stone beefing obviously with Troy Ave and with Joe Budden. I made content about Tax Stone and Joe Budden's original podcast together before they start beefing. Joe Budden went on Tax Season, Tax Stone's podcast. And it was an epic show. It was an epic show. Now, I actually wish these two were on better terms. I would like to see them do content together. I would like to have seen that. Obviously, Troy Ave and Tax Stone will never be cool. They'll never be cool. Again, R.I.P. to Banger. Somebody died in their beef. And y'all got to understand something else. This is a podcast beef. This was a podcast beef, y'all. Do y'all understand that? Do y'all understand how deep this goes? I might have to do a part 2 of this. Cause I don't think some of y'all really understand how deep this goes. This started over words exchanged on a podcast. How ironic is that? That the beef started over a podcast. Tax Stone was on his way to being a legendary podcaster. Troy Ave has a podcast on one of the biggest content stages, which is DJ Academic's platform. And they're both beefing with one of the most legendary, possibly the most legendary hip hop podcaster of all time, Joe Budden. What are the odds of this, y'all? Troy Ave needs to get in the podcast booth immediately. Again, I know he's a rapper. I know and I understand that his mind is on music and he makes money from music. He's 100% independent. He makes money from music. I don't know how much he's making from podcasting. But I tuned into DJ Academics live the other day. He's actually live right now. I'm gonna check him out once I tap out of here in about 5 or 10 minutes. But DJ Academics was talking about how many businesses Troy Ave has. He got several different businesses. He owned property. He got restaurants. Salute to him. And I heard some people saying that $2 million, that it wasn't really $2 million. And I gotta agree with that. But y'all, Troy Ave is rich. I get it. That probably didn't look like $2 million, but Troy Ave is rich. I don't know his personal business. I don't know his finances. But Troy Ave basically was fighting an attempted murder charge for 4 years, and he didn't go to jail. He didn't go to jail until he was sentenced. It takes millions of dollars to do that. It takes millions of dollars to make bail and to stay out during your trial. He got locked up. He got locked up initially. He made the $500,000 bail. It was either 100,000 or 500,000. He made that, and he stayed out. He fought an attempted murder as a, in the free world. That's expensive. That's expensive. He probably paid millions of dollars in lawyer fees, y'all. So Troy Ave is rich. Again, I don't know if that was $2 million in the bag, but he has money. But again, that was just a side note because I heard people saying that didn't look like $2 million. I've never seen nowhere near $2 million live in front of me. So I'm not even going to comment on that. Did it look like $2 million? No. But who cares? Like I said, the dude is rich, the dude has businesses. But the point I'm trying to make is this. He makes his money from music, and I get that. But I guarantee, I'm gonna even go as far as to say this. I guarantee the first podcast that Troy Ave does will be the biggest podcast of his career. He may get so many views and so many listens. He may not want to rap anymore. And I don't know him. I don't know his personality. But I know that when rappers get popular in the podcasting world, they stop rapping. They stop rapping. We've seen it. We've seen it. All right. So I'm gonna be waiting on the first episode of the De Facto show post Troy Ave's release from Rikers Island. He's gonna throw shots at Joe Budden, of course, Casanova Taxstone, maybe Charlemagne the God. Maybe even Charlemagne the God. He doesn't like Charlemagne the God. And Charlemagne is somewhat involved in this as well. Because of his relationship with Taxstone, we know when Troy Ave went to the Breakfast Club years ago, Charlemagne wasn't there that episode. After the Irving Plaza shooting. After the Irving Plaza shooting, when they had Troy Ave on the Breakfast Club, Charlemagne wasn't there. Cause Charlemagne fuck with Taxstone heavy. So I want y'all to know, anybody watching this, anybody watching it on the replay, are y'all, before I tap out, before I get up out of here, are y'all excited for the De Facto show to come back? I am personally. Because in the podcast world, this is one of the unique situations. This is a situation that is gonna continue to unfold because it's I get Taxstone was sentenced to 35 years. He's not dead though. He's not dead. And I'm gonna keep it real. When he's on Spaces, he sounds like he's in good spirits. He sounds like he's in good spirits. I think this man feel like he's not gonna spend 35 years in jail. And also when Charlemagne talks about him, he always says he sounds like he in good spirits. But I want y'all to get in the comments, man. Let me know. This could start a epic pod war. Y'all know I be on my pod war shit, and this is stuff that I'm interested in and I watch closely. Cause we got Troy Ave, we got Taxstone, we got DJ Academics, we got Charlemagne the God, and we got Joe Budden. And Casanova is involved too, but Casanova's not a podcaster. But we have heavyweight content creators involved in this. And I think Troy Ave is probably going to take shots at all of them. I think he's going to go at Charlemagne. I think he's going to go at Joe Budden. And, of course, he's going to go at Taxstone, man. But y'all get in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. Are y'all excited for the return of the De Facto show? I'm looking forward to that more than his music, honestly. I'm looking forward to that more than his music, man. This is going to be an Avengers type of pod war. And listen, it's tension between Charlemagne and DJ Academics. I'm gonna just put that out there. If y'all didn't know, it's already tension between Charlemagne and DJ Academics. It didn't used to be. They were cool. They communicated. DJ Academics and Charlemagne used to speak. They both spoke highly of each other. They have each other's number. They both spoke highly of each other in the past couple years. But since then, something happened with their relationship, and it's tension there. And Charlemagne is gonna fuck with Taxstone. You know what I'm saying? Heavy. And Taxstone and DJ Academics don't like each other at all. At all. So this is a crazy setup, man. And there's tension between Charlemagne and Joe Budden. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, may do a part 2 of this, just breaking down the origins, because I really didn't, I'm only I only been on for 24 minutes. I ain't really get in my bag about this like I want to. But I just had to talk about Troy Ave being released, came home to 2 M&Ms, red Lambo, great marketing. That could have been his money, his Lambo. He could have hit his girl like, hey, take 2 M's out the bank, pull up in my Lambo. Great marketing. I'm talking about him. All the blogs was talking about him. So the first episode of the Facto show should be pretty entertaining. You feel me? All right, get in the comments, man. Let me know what y'all think about this urban artificial intelligence strategic thinking media platform. All these niggas need to think strategically at this point. Cause they all can run up a bag, really. They all gonna run up views. This could be a epic pod war. Nobody's bringing y'all pod war content like me. Nobody's bringing y'all pod war strategy like me. I don't see nobody else talking about this like how I do. But I'm gonna see y'all soon. Urban Artificial Intelligence Strategic Thinking Media Platform. I'm out.